big bro, man, live, man. Spice Gawd, how you doing, big bro?
Yeah, we chillin' out here, Austin, Texas, getting to it, bro.
Man, how your 2021 been going so far?
Man, slow and steady, but everything picking up, just like everybody else got hit with that COVID shit for a minute, but, we find ways to bounce back, especially when you got that hustle in your blood.
Right. What's your thoughts on the vaccine, man? Did you get it or do you plan on getting it? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
You try to put me on the spot, boy.
Nah, just asking.
I'm with it. I'm gonna eventually get it. I ain't got it now, but definitely gonna get it. Was planning on getting it possibly next week or so.
Right. I'm not really a big fan of it, man. I just kind of feel like, they're pushing it on us, man, But, like I've been saying to everybody, I ain't getting it until I feel like it's 100%, effective, So like the flu shot, like all these other shots we be taking, like the measles and all this other shit we be taking. So, I don't feel 100% comfortable with it, I just kind of feel like they rushed it. Because remember at first they were saying, oh, it ain't no cure or whatever, and then now all of a sudden they got a cure for it.
Yeah.
So like I think people stupid, but it is what it is, I don't want to dig too deep into it.
No, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. They gonna make it mandatory eventually. That's what it look like. Everybody out here still acting a fool and shit. So, might as well jump on the wagon now and get it over with.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, eventually, they're gonna make it mandatory just for anything, man. Just going to the movies, they're gonna say, man, did you get your vaccine?
Yeah.
So, you know how it is, man. But let's start from the beginning, man. Let's let everybody know where you're from.
From Houston, Texas, best side, west side, Piney Point. Grew up in that neighborhood. Known you since you was a little kid.
Right. So, how was it growing up for you? Over there. I already know, but kind of just tell people.
It was cool, man. It's a great neighborhood, bro, to grow up in. Everybody was about everybody. Everybody had everybody back. Shout out to everybody in Piney Point. E, Coop, Papa, Clyde, Malcolm, Matt, Freedom. Shout out to everybody over there. If I forgot your name, I'm sorry, but shout out to everybody, brother Fred.
Right. So okay, recently I kind of feel like it's been a lot of talent coming out of that neighborhood. So why do you feel like it kind of took a minute, for guys in that neighborhood to kind of, just kind of find their way, kind of find out what they really want to do out here? Because it's always been talent in our neighborhood, but I just kind of feel like the people that's from there never really just tapped into it. But I feel like now the guys over there starting to kind of, just kind of tap into their talent a little bit. Like me, excuse me to see everything, you with the Spice Gawd thing. Then you got a couple rappers over there. Like my little cousin, Tez, he over there rapping doing his thing. So
yeah.
why do you feel like, it kind of took a minute for the talent to come out of people over there?
It could be circumstances, man. Like, some people just gotta go through life and shit. Like me, it took me a minute to get where I'm at with this shit. Still ain't where I wanted to be, but I just look at it more as circumstances in life. Maybe people had other shit going on before they could tap into their full potential. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So, Spice Gawd, man, how did that whole idea, that whole business mindset, like, where did that come from? Because it kind of just seemed like, it just kind of came out of nowhere. You was always a talented, smart dude, but it just kind of seemed like the Spice Gawd thing just kind of just came out the blue. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that shit funny you bring that up. I'm a huge fan of the candy. Growing up, always eating on the Lucas Pops and all that, the corns and all that stuff, or the watermelon pops or whatnot. So,
Oh yeah, the watermelon Lucas like the pops, man.
Yeah.
And the mango ones, yeah.
I moved out here to Austin and, I would every now and then crave that shit, but you can't really find nothing like that out here right now. Back then or whatnot, and my little brother put me on some shit, this little company out in Houston. I tried them out. The shit was A1. I was fucking with it, and it wasn't like I was gonna make a drive every other week just to go pick up some candy and shit. So I ordered off of the internet with this other company, and I was highly disappointed. Like, I ain't no bullshit. I tried that shit, and when I tried that shit opened up the door for me. I was like, man, if they can make this shit bank off of this, I know I can do it 10 times better. You know, I can offer some better quality shit, you know, so.
And something homemade, you know what I'm saying, and not processed through a machine and all that type of shit that these companies gotta do, you know what I'm saying, you know, to
I mean, it's like this, bro. Once these like companies, little small companies start going big and shit like that, they start to lose their touch. You get what I'm saying? Because now they got to manufacture for 100,000 people and shit like that. Which I understand that part, but at the same time, you still got to make sure you putting out some quality out. You know?
Yeah, that's the key quality. You know, like with these companies, I just kind of feel like sometimes, you know, they don't put out quality product like they did back in the day. You know, back in the day, you know, like product. In my opinion, I always say this: food products tasted better back then, because it kind of just seemed like, you know, they put more love into it. Like, you know, like going to McDonald's. Like when I was a kid, McDonald's was like it tasted different. Nowadays, it's like that shit rushed, bro. You know what I'm saying? The meat don't taste the same, the chicken nuggets don't taste the same. So I just kind of feel like, you know, with your product, you know, you take your time with it. Even though you may be getting 1,000 orders or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? You still take your time to make sure every batch is 100% good and not rushed, because you got a bunch of people that's trying to buy your product, you know. So definitely, you know, I salute that, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's definitely not easy, you know, being a one-man team, you know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, you getting it done, so I definitely salute it, man. Real talk, man.
I wouldn't have it no other way, man, because if I allow somebody else to try to do what I'm doing, I feel like they ain't gonna do it how I do it.
Right. Hell yeah. So I see that you and Crummy have like is it like a partnership, or what is it, type of
My ambassador, man. Eventually we're gonna get to it where we are pushing out Crummy gummies. You know what I'm saying? You know
so how did they come together, their relationship and stuff like that? How did they come together?
Well, you know, actually you post him a lot on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I love rap music, you know what I'm saying? I love it. And especially the Houston scene, the underground music, I love it. That's all I listen to. Dallas, San Antonio, anything Texas underground, I fuck with it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I show mad love. I just got hit the Crummy, man. That song Beat Beat. Yeah. That's the one that put me on, man. And I reposted it, and I would listen to it whenever I would start cooking my candy and shit. I would listen to it, you know, to get me in my little zone or whatnot. And I would post it, and he would hit me up like, man, I appreciate the love. And I'd be like, shit, love right back at you, my boy. You know, and eventually I came up with the idea like, hey, man, I want to put out a little promo, you know what I'm saying, music-wise. Let me get you on a little song or whatnot, rapping about my product. And he came up with something in a few hours, and we went up from there, man.
Right. So how important is it, you know, to kind of like put yourself with an artist or somebody that has a following on Instagram? How important is that for a becoming, you know, business, whether it's, you know, clothing, food, whatever? How important is that? Because it kind of seems like a lot of people, they don't like to, you know, like they don't like to do promotion, but you understand how to market yourself, market your brand. So how important is it, you know, for you to align with guys that have some type of following on social media?
If you up and coming and you want to like make something out of your stuff or what you're trying to do, it's very important to try to align yourself with people with huge followings. But with me, it's more on if I hit you up to link with me, I like to build some type of bond with you first. You get what I'm saying?
Like actual relationship instead of just
exactly. Instead of
I'm
like,
you.
I understand some people be by business, you know, but if I'm doing that, if I'm reaching out to you and building a bond with you, it's because in the future, once my shit grow, I'm gonna hit you up and be like, hey, I got double what I paid you the first time to do that little favor for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you looked out for me this time.
I'm gonna look out for you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out for you again. Exactly. That's why it's important for me to try to align myself with people with huge followings like that. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So basically, you want to build some type of relationship with that person, so that way down the line, you know, you can definitely repay them back for what they did for you.
Yeah, exactly.